Shamai, hello. Let's get to it. So, we're pretty sure we've completed everything we need to do before we fight Luis. So, for the time being, I think we're going to hang with Basilio. Maybe check what we need for Ufer again, because I can't remember what it was. She hangs out at the, outside one of those shops, right? Yeah. I think it was Eloquence I needed. I think that's the only thing I'm really sure on. The day of our big battle is coming soon, and I don't want to have any regrets about it. I'm sorry to him, I'm worried about Ovi and the others. I don't want to draw any unwanted attention. I've tried explaining myself, but they won't hear it. If I try going through the front, I'll run into him. What do I do? Oh, there we are. Okay, yeah, Eloquence is what I need. Eloquence it is. But I want to hang out with Basilio while I can.
Let's go.
I've been neglecting Basilio. I've had him for a while and I haven't really done much with him. I'm sure if Basilio is not available, I increase my eloquence elsewhere.
Now what am I to do? Yo.
What are you up to? Luis is waiting for us. Got to make sure we're in top shape to face him. Got a moment to spare? I've got to get down to the shops in Briarleaf at some point. Figured it'd be easiest if we could take the runner. If that's alright, I mean. Sure, of course.
Right then.
Right, let's get moving. Well, let's get moving. Ah, it's you. Hard luck, chum. Afraid your remedy just sold out. Ought to check back when the seasons change, yeah? That's about when all the peddlers pass through. I can't wait that long, though. Those herbs are the only thing that'll actually do something for the pain.
Oi!
Strike me down. Is that you, Basilio? Is this another Parapus? Yo! He's fucking huge! I know those ears. Vinka, you gotta be kidding me. You survived? Yeah, and got big as a house. Are the Parapus experiments what makes some of these Parapus so fucking big? Because they're the only ones that seem to have some of them that are just an ordinary size, and then some of them are absolute units, like actual fucking freaks of nature, like Basilio, this guy, and the woman who's married to the water lady. No, yeah, and the man who's married to the water lady. Took the words out of my mouth, mate. Look at you, Basilio. You're bleeding massive. Suppose you'd have to be bigger, though. It's been years since we were kids.
Hey.
By the way, who's this little squirt? Got yourself a crony?
Nah.
Nah, nothing like that. If there is a comrade. No, a friend. Don't have to watch what you say anyway. You don't care about tribe. You don't care what tribe you are. Well, that tracks. We got it rough enough. Suppose nobody knows outside the world better than an elder. The name's Vinka. Good to meet you, eh? Me, Fidelio, and Basilio go way back. Nice to meet you too. Likewise, pleased to meet you too.
Truth is,
Vinka was there with us at the Igniter experiment facility back when Del and I were kids.
oh,
Hell, you even told him about the facility? Must be some friend if you talk to him about that mess. I have to say though, it's damn good to see you. After you two ran off, the rest of us were praying you'd make it out alive. Some smartass had it in mind to bet on whether you two lived or died. Said everyone bet on you living, so that settled that. Guess that means you won. Sounds like you won that bet. Well, Fidelio's always been sharp as a blade. Figured as long as they stuck together, they'd have a fair shot.
speaking of,
Speaking of which, you were after some of these herbs, yeah? Here, take them. Gotta mark our reunion somehow. Perhaps he hasn't asked about Fidelio. Huh? I mean, I'm not turning them down, but aren't you gonna need them yourself? What, these? No worries. These would have been these would have been my just-in-case supply. Go on, have them before I change my mind.
thanks.
Well, sorry for the trouble, but thanks all the same. So how's Fidelio? Got a tongue as sharp as his wits, but I'd love a chat with him all the same.
Del.
Del's gone. He died. Right then. Oh shit, you sure you don't need those herbs, my man?
Hey.
Hey, what's wrong? I'm fine. Just slept the wrong way and got a twinge is all. Always been the only lad I know who could screw up sleeping.
Well then.
Sorry, but I'm headed home for the day. Next time, let's talk more about Fidelio, eh? Right. You sure you're good there?
Sam.
Shite, if his chest's hurting that bad, it's a wonder he sleeps at all. Well, one way or another, we got the herbs. Looks like I owe you and Vinka Looks like I owe you and Vinka, Aoife. Oh, I got it. I'll cook something up for you. I know I don't look like it, but I'm a hell of a chef, me. Some dessert, please. Yeah, you like making desserts, don't you?
If so,
If you can make me some dessert, please.
right then.
Oh, leave it to me. They'll add a sweet tooth too, though I don't know if Parapus sweets are the same as yours.
Leave it to me.
Done deal. I'll whip you up a real feast, so I hope you're ready. I can sense Basilio's kindness and trust.
Hope you're ready.
Okay. We'll take it. Go.
Listen.
Did you hear? They found a clergyman's body over by the church.
What in the world?
His neck was broken, right? It's horrifying. It's bound to be some pagan from out of town. A murder? Nasty business, that. Better go back before we get caught up in anything messy. I guess Vinka just, like, fucking snapped his neck because the church are responsible for the igniter experiments or some shit. And maybe he got injured doing that. Maybe he fought back a little bit too hard. Back to Altabury Tavern. I hear a voice. Oh, I'm so nervous. It's time. Una comes to mind. I should go talk with her. Yeah. I must know. I gotta know. I have to know. Heismay's my favourite, but I am definitely most curious about whatever the fuck Juna's got going on. Maybe... if they can all do that, maybe, maybe Alonso isn't actually dead and he just went baby mode and he escaped.
Alright then.
Where can I... oh, she's probably on the runner, right? Oh, then again.
What now?
Is that Catherine? If I'm right, the next ability... Hi? But the next ability, if I remember, was, Katarina will support the party in certain dungeons. She is a force to be reckoned with. Only in certain dungeons, though, so she won't just come in and help me punch Luis in the face right now. Let's go visit Juna. Yeah, we have to find out. We gotta know. We gotta know. I need to know everything. Explain it all. I can't seem to calm down. I keep wondering how the performance at the festival will go.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I hardly recognise myself with all these heavy sighs. You're worried about the threat? Yeah, exactly. Thanks for remembering.
No.
Would you really scatter Erica flowers across the stage? Just thinking about it makes me shudder. What would you do if you were in my shoes? The future is what you make it. Using my overflowing imagination, I was able to get Juna to visualise a successful future. How do you stay so positive? But you're right. You're right, you know. I feel like I can do this. There's no point in worrying about something that hasn't happened after all. I'll conquer this anxiety, and I'm sure this goes off without a hitch. They don't call me the songstress for nothing.
Now then.
Shall we head to Brylehaven where the festival is being held? Are you ready? Yes, let's go.
Thanks.
Thanks. I know I've got nothing to fear with you there. I'll make this the best performance I've ever given. It's nearly time. So many guests. People are excited.
Amazing.
Everyone's looking forward to hearing you sing.
Yeah.
You're too kind. I've got to give the best performance I can.
Hey.
Anyway, if the stage gets covered in Erica flowers, I'm done for. Today, you're an escort and a bodyguard. If you see Myrta, stop her. Okay, understood. Would you look at the size of this crowd, Lady Juna? It's unlike anything we've ever seen. Ah, good, because you haven't seen anything yet.
Excuse me.
Though I must apologise, I'm not dressed the part. I thought comfort might be the way to go. Come now, no need to apologies. You're beautiful in everything you wear, and on that note, you'll be on soon. Are you ready?
That's...
Oh, and I don't mean to alarm you, but I did see Myrtus in the crowd. She looked pensive. I hope she isn't planning anything untoward. I'll take care
It'll
of
be
it.
fine. What a relief.
You're indeed a reliable porter. Thank you. Juna's performance ended without incident and was a roaring success. But as for Myrtus... Unpardonable. Absolutely inexcusable. Is she chatting shit? Is she spreading rumours? You, here to shove me off, are you? That depends on you. I won't do anything if you don't do anything. Don't worry, I'm putting this behind me. I did get a basket of them ready, you know. They weren't even in season, so it was a real struggle to even get that many. But I don't think I'm feeling it. Hearing her sing shook me to my core. Reminded me that I've got a soul too. Think I'm still shaking. I don't believe you, because that dude who left was kinda... He seemed kinda miffed. I think you did something. Have you looked at the crowd? Really studied their faces. They're over the moon. Wouldn't be half as many like this if it'd been me up there. Hang on. Yeah, something's up.
I was in the wrong.
As for what it's worth, I'm sorry about the dress. I bet they would have loved to see her all proper done up. This is goodbye then. I think I'll head home to the countryside. Give my regards to the songstress. Oh no, something's up. Something's up.
Well,
Ooh, did you see the crowd? Everyone looks so happy out there. This is why I do what I do. For a view of the sea of smiles, the stage is the best seat in the house. And not an Erica flower in sight. I'm on top of the world right now, except for being positively parched. A warm beverage with my compliments, Lady Juna. No. It's fucking Erica flower tea, isn't it? That's what it is. It's fucking Erica flower tea.
thanks.
Thank you. So considerate.
Wait.
Don't drink that. Silence, interloper. Hold on. What gives bumping into me and ugh. What's going on? You alright? Glad to hear it. Ugh. That man, he was mumbling about sanctism and Luis doing something or other. Guess you just stand out in a crowd.
Hey.
Hey, is your throat alright? Dunno, it suddenly started hurting a bit. Oh, it wasn't even Erica flower tea, it was just poison or something. Myrtus, hey Capra, come help us. Hope Myrtus will be alright. I didn't like that cough. That drink that man tried to give me, was I his target then? And Myrtus? I didn't see it either. If Myrtus hadn't stepped in, I'd really be in trouble. Lady Juna, are you safe? Yeah, what about Myrtus, though? Okay, Myrtus has come too, but she won't speak a word. Certainly not an easy woman to deal with, is she? She won't speak or she can't speak? We also apprehended the culprit. It seems we foiled an attempt to ruin your throat. Okay, Capra, put the words you just said together, like the words said together, my man. Tried to ruin your throat. She got spilled on and now she can't speak. That ain't on her, dog. The water he offered you was actually a powerful poison. Goodness, I'm so glad everyone made it out unscathed. Well, no, they didn't, though. Yeah, Myrtus hasn't made it out unscathed. Oh no, Myrtus must have breathed in those toxins. What that would mean, that's why she isn't speaking. The authorities said the poison was extracted from Erica flowers, and the antidote is created by boiling its own leaves. Still. Okay, so we have to get some Erica flowers for her then. Who could know which leaves to pick? If the Erica flowers aren't in bloom, then the leaves will look like any other plant. But she'll know. But I know all about Erica flowers, and I could tell their leaves from others. I know where they bloom, too. You don't want to go? If I had a choice, no. I have to go. I have to help. I can't stand by as the person who just saved me wastes away.
Please.
Ava, help me, please. I want to help Myrtus, but I can't do this alone. Please come with me for her to help her. I can sense Juna's deep trust in me.
It's just a pretty flower. I'll be all right.
Okay. I can't just take off right now. I need to sort things out first. I will go, but I need some time. But I need some time. I know we're short on. I return to the others with a downcast Juna in tow. I feel like I've gotten support from Juna's devotees, thanks to Juna's increasing faith in me.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
There's a letter and package from Barden. I wish I could do more, but for now, this will have to do. Stay safe. Thank you.
Hey.
Got any unfinished business around here? We've got a scoop tomorrow, whether you're ready to say goodbye to this place or not. This is where all will be settled. Leave us no intention, no one unrealized. The prince would want it that way. I genuinely thought you were going to tell us to stuff ourselves at Montario's restaurants while we still can. But I guess you don't think with your stomach all the time. I guess maybe she's not that excited about the food here simply because she grew up. She's from Montario for the most part. So I guess this food's just like ordinary food to her. This is it. Last chance for a tune-up before we take on the biggest bastards of a mage out there. 1 day left, yeah? Let's get everything done with.
Shall we?
Okay, one last day. And who will we spend it with?
What now?
What was the other one? Oh, to find the relic. No one, apparently, so let's go improve our eloquence, I suppose.
Alright.
Who can I improve my eloquence with? I could go on stage. Let's go on stage. If I stand on the podium to give a speech, I bet I could draw a lot of attention. Why don't you stand here and give a speech? It's a good chance to let the people know your thoughts and feelings. Giving a speech here should improve my eloquence. And if you make a good impression, you might earn some funding. You want to give it a shot? I do. You're the one who coerced Lady Joanna's confession out of her and got her executed before the masses. Do you intend to suppress sanctism as king? You're not going to protect the pagan faith, are you? Faith is an individual choice.
No!
As individuals, we must be free to follow the faith of our choice.
Oh.
What a life that would be. Not that I didn't have ideas like that when I was young myself. If that kid takes the throne, it's going to be a whole new world. I managed to win the hearts of the people with my speech. I feel like my eloquence has improved.
Now then.
Holy shit, 6?
Eloquence.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with words from the heart to fill the trust of the common folk.
Why, that's...
To fill the trust, to win the trust? Was it fill the trust, really? To win the trust. Okay, I mixed it with the fill above. Okay. A conqueror needs the precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. After spending more time with the people of the city, I return to the group. Back to the Altaberry Tavern. Now, who do I spend the evening with? Let's do Katarina then.
But, come
I
on.
wonder if you could give me some advice. Katharina comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with her. We should talk. I'm curious to see what this looks like. Whether she'll join the battle or like she'll just kind of appear like my party members and just randomly punch shit out.
Hi there.
Oh, Aoife. Still alive and kicking, I see. Hey, just the guy I wanted to see. I've been thinking a lot about what happened last time. Hard to put words to it all. You got time to hear me ramble? Of course.
Thank you so much.
Do ya? What a champ. I know I talked big before, but I haven't done much of anything. I don't really know what to do, if I'm honest.
You know something?
I was just thinking back to what Manihot said about finding proper jobs. He was right about that, at least. Honest work would lead to honest lives, and more importantly, food on the table.
But
that's where I hit a dead end. What jobs could parapists like us even qualify for?
Yeah?
Well, not every day you see Katharina here in Altaberry.
Huh?
Arudicus, you gathering up people for work in these parts? No. Nah, I'm done doing that. I got a steady gig at a huge furniture shop. The old man who runs the place has taken a liking to me. I guess you're good for carrying shit around. He's even let me come up with new products and finding new help. I even pulled in all those guys you saw in the carriage the other day.
I'm so glad.
Well, ain't that just brilliant? I'm over the moon for you. Well, that's all thanks to you, you know? The old man's only nice to parapuss like us because apparently you saved his life a long ways back. He was cutting wood in the mountains and some bear didn't appreciate it. He started running for his life when you swooped in and took it out. He says he knows most of us parapuss are good folk, so he don't mind giving us work. That's wonderful, fantastic even.
Excuse me?
That's all he said. He's probably just one guy in a long list of people you've helped, right, Katharina? Well, what goes around comes around. If you're ever in a pinch, you come straight to us, here. Thanks. And I'll tell all the lads I said hello.
I see it clear as day.
Rely on others, huh? Wasn't in my nature before, but there's some stuff even I can't do alone.
Right then.
One person's making waves may not amount to much, but when everyone gets stuck, the world's gonna change. I know it. When we get stuck in, the world's gonna change. Yeah, you're completely right. You're right about that, that's for sure. Looking at it that way, you start to appreciate every day for what you can do with it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So,
The wafer,
so much.
you've always been there for me. I know you never really had the time, but you carved some out anyway. And you know what? I think that's why we deserve a king, Aether.
Think of the future.
I want to live in the kind of world you create, Aether. I can sense Katharina's newfound purpose and her unshakable faith in me.
All the ace in our deck, you know.
Excellent treasure chests, and sweet. Katharina can now rush into certain dungeons due to the effects of comrades in battle. Oh, there we are. While in a dungeon, Katharina may exhibit her martial prowess at the beginning of a battle by throwing a powerful attack on a single enemy. Huge.
Let's talk shop.
Something's dawning on me, and I'm not sure how to put it into words, but most people find work through connections, right? And they try to make themselves sound like a good fit for that kind of work.
Don't fret now.
And I guess what I'm saying is that such a bad thing? Take me, for instance. I'm pretty tenacious. You know that about me. Yeah, hell yeah.
Certainly.
Of course I knew that about you. And I'm shameless too. I'm not done asking for your help by a long shot, Aether.
See you in a bit.
So anyway, I'm going to be out there putting the work in. So, don't be a stranger. Katharina's faith in me has earned me the support of the impoverished Parapus. And here we are. We're as prepared as we can be, and tomorrow's the big day. We'll be up against Luis, and this time he'll be ready and waiting for you. Captain, surely you have reservations about this? Hell yeah, bro! Forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but is your mind truly clear of doubt?
Somehow.
I mean to say, if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to call yourself a righteous prince? But he is my true enemy. He's the enemy to everyone.
It'll be fine.
My heart is clear. I know what must be done.
Yes.
Then I am glad to hear it.
However,
I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it.
may I speak?
I do not believe Luis innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months he has slain the king and your comrade besides. Is it any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in service of that purpose. He's sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so? Well, if we're going to be specific, he didn't actually kill Grius. Grius kind of killed himself. Well, you know, the king killed him, but then he resurrected him, and that's how fucked up. Anyway, he sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
It'll be all right.
You are already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. Heisme made a pretty good point. If we're going to take back the country, you can't let any self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
Can't lose.
Everything we've done has been for this day, so let's take it all in and stick it to Luis, Florella, and Grius, and everyone we've lost. Yeah, well, now that Heisma's gone, Galagocha, I can't help but wonder if we can do this.
It's fine.
Don't worry. Think of all the people you've met, all the experiences you've had. Those will be your power.
Right.
I don't want a king who believes might makes right. There's no reason you can't be a contender yourself.
Besides,
And now that you've declared yourself the prince, it's not like you can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway. Okay. I need to prepare for my final confrontation with Luis and head into Grand Trad. All I can do now is put everything on the line.
that reminds me.
Neurus apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance into Grand Trad with the Skyrunner. Despite everything going on, that's his biggest priority. But maybe that's exactly what we need to make this work.
Okay then.
Well then, let's get a full night's rest so that we're ready for tomorrow. Okay.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, the thorns aren't around him anymore. Now he's just kind of sleeping. He's just having a wee nap.
It's finally here.
So, what's that? Let me just pour myself a drink. I have a feeling I'm not going to have a chance to do this for a long fucking while. Drink on hand, vape on hand. That's right, it's gamer time. Sorry, I'll never say that again. The shame I felt was too intense. So, we set off for the royal capital and the decisive battle of our lives. I am a little disappointed. I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. I cannot say the same. Regardless, we've done all we can here. Let us depart with our heads held high, yes? Neurus seemed thrilled, sure seemed thrilled about arriving by sky instead of by teleportation magic. All it takes is a day to get there from here. We'll have them city folk shaking in their boots. Let's meet at the runner once we've polished off breakfast.
At last, only a day remains.
I know, and I'm shitting myself helping Luke.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Oh, I have no doubt it's a trap.
Ah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella? Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del. And give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it. Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
Grand Trad it is.
You would pursue peril.
Our course is set for the capital, and the final confrontation with Luis. Is everyone prepared? Yes, let's
Great.
go.
Let's move out.
Good to hear. Let's go.
The stage is set for the decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known, whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
That's cold as hell.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back.
Your Highness!
Damn, even the king came to watch.
It's His Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with the saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
Yeah, we can't do that.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Something's fucky though.
His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived.
Whoa, and Lady Juna as well.
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thank you for helping, Maria.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
It's finally happening.
You've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
Definitely not.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
My apologies.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
It's been an honor.
It's been an honor to serve.
Wow. Listen to you sounding like a proper hero. I suppose the prince thing is rubbing off on you. But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think?
We'll have to visit him after this.
I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends. Wait, what?
What up?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me.
Oh, I knew it. I knew we were fucking brothers. I fucking knew it.
Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Hell yeah. I can sense Gallica's strong determination and resolve. So technically I'm not even lying. I am the prince. I'm a prince. I can sense Gallica's strong determination and resolve.
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Hell yeah.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
On top of that,
It's been a while.
While they were having that conversation, a thought occurred to me, and I think I've finally put everything together. I think I've put everything together. Okay.
So?
Best way to get prepared for tomorrow is by getting some rest. Now, allow me to put my tinfoil on for a sec. Let me put on my tinfoil hat. Okay.
It's time.
I know where Moore is. I know where Moore is. I know where Moore is. I also know who Moore is. I also know why he said that me and Gallica should recognize it. Moore is the king. He is the old king. Okay, and the reason I think that is because he said he was part of the founding of the Magic Academy. As we know, the king was also responsible for that. I think the king is Moore is like part of the king, and that's how the king looked in his youth when he did that. And I think he like split off a part of himself and kind of imprisoned him in a pocket dimension that kind of resembles the library of the royal palace. I think that's where Moore is. I think he's technically in the royal palace as like... Yes! Yes, he is! Yes, he is! Because that's technically the royal palace is... I was about to say, well, when we meet you at the royal palace, but obviously the king isn't alive. But the royal palace is on the back of the king, who's a big floating rock. Yes, the Moore is the king. We recognize it because I spent my youth, presumably, in the castle, which means I would know that study. Yes, that's it. That's it. Moore is the king. It's like a younger version of the king who is split off, and he's there to research. Moore is my dad, essentially. Well, Moore is my stepdad. And that's where my tinfoil is, and I'm certain.
That man...
Regardless of our aims, it seems Luis had his eyes on you for some time. No doubt he's been anticipating this showdown in the royal capital. Well, if he asks a fight of us, a fight he shall have. We shall stand proud against him.
I got ya.
Want to settle it one-on-one, eh? Of course he does. When all you care about is power, everything has to be a duel. Speaking as his old right-hand man, I can tell you the man's strong. Terrifyingly strong. Can't afford to get careless.
Now then.
Thanks to Rella, we've won quite a sudden groundswell of public support. But if Luis's supporters number many, Luis's supporters number many still. The only way to get more support is to fight Luis, and lay him down low. Maria, should you be in bed?
You know.
All the customers at the inn say they're cheering for you. You've beaten a lot of bad guys already, haven't you? I'm sure you'll win.
But then...
There used to be many candidates for the tournament, but now there are only a conspicuous few who remain. Luis may be a strong opponent, but there are many people who support us. Let's give this battle the best we got and live up to their expectations.
At last.
This is it. Standing here takes me back to the royal funeral. But today, we are more powerful than we were then. This time, we'll defeat Luis and avenge Grius. No, all who have gone too soon.
It's coming up.
It's finally time. I'm always impressed that Luis would challenge us to a fair fight. Unlike those church bastards who keep everything in the shadows. We can't let Luis get anywhere near the throne. We charge in with our best foot forward, and for us, and for Rella, who trust us to do just that.
Make yourself at home.
Tomorrow's battle will be historic, won't it? I've readied your bed so that you can rest well. The bed is simple but clean, but has an aroma that reminds me of clear sunny day. Maybe it's time to call it a night. Let's save up before we do. Alright, let's get going. The bed is... Yep. Let's rest.
Good night.
Rest well. Zorba, you son of a bitch. Fuck, you look
At long
cool.
last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies. Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
Oh, are you enhanced with, like, human juice? Is that what it is?
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Are you going to use the same spell on me that was used on the prince?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Hell yeah. I won't let you down this time.
I won't let you down.
Stop that. You never have before, and you won't start today. Try to relax. And don't let this weigh too heavy on your shoulders.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together.
Ready our supplies. Give him hell.
Is it giving me like one last chance to check my gear, or is it like, I don't think I need it, but...
Let's head there.
Lewis awaits within the Grand Cathedral. I should go there. Make sure you have everything you need. I wonder if there's new stock at the shops, like weapons and that.
Alright then.
That would be nice.
This is alright.
Oh, now, the prince coming out of the honeybee. What led to this occasion? I don't often see your kind risking that. You've got my vote. I haven't heard any dirty rumours about you neither. Luis's role is to be this country's executioner. Now that's true judgment. Unlike me, I just do as the church tells me to do, and I've only killed good people. Every tribe detests me, including my own. Suppose I'll face my own punishment one day. Oh, man, I guess part of, like, you can kind of get it. Like, obviously he's a real piece of shit, but like, if you can't execute the executioner, you know?
What to do?
Your Highness, blimey, I still can't believe it. Anyway, if you don't stop Luis, there's gonna be riots. I can feel it. There's an abnormal fervor in the city. Call it a soldier's intuition.
Is this it?
How many times does Luis have to tear up the Grand Cathedral? Go wreak havoc on Oceania or Montario for a change. No, things got quite violent in Montario, didn't they? And to think such a fellow is to be king after all this time. You're right, mate. Can the Eldar really beat Luis? Like, really? Mum's always crying that Luis is scary. That means there's bad people in any tribe, right? Even the Clemar. So if you beat Luis, I'll be okay if you become king, even if you're Eldar. Eldar don't seem so bad. Aight, bro. Aight. The beef is squashed. The beef is officially squashed. But that lady's still in for it. Hey, no offense or nothing, but Luis is gonna kill you, ain't he? Why risk your life for a country like this? Everything's pointless. You know it's all for nothing. Oh, there is new gear. Holy shit. It's really expensive too. Fuck. Okay. But we got some new stuff of our own to sell, right? We don't need this many of these. We had a bunch of these, I thought we had a bunch, yeah. I thought we had like 2 of these. Oh, we do.
Now then.
We'll make do. We'll figure it out.
Now then.
We'll just sell both of these. We're not using them.
Now then. Now then.
Not worth much, are they?
Now then. Now then. Now then.
Let's visit the weapon shop first and foremost, I think. That's what's going to make the biggest difference for us here. Oh, hello.
I'm in trouble now.
No shortage of options here. They got spears, axes, bows, but if I'm to buy something, I think a sword is my best bet. But still, let's say a human showed up outside the house. What would be the best weapon in such a nightmare?
Hello there.
Okay. Okay, that sword seems pretty fire. Damn, we got a lot of great shit here. Pretty much a good weapon for everyone. That's a massive upgrade. I guess we'll just go whoever gets the biggest upgrade from their shit. So, 65, 58, 45, 94. Okay, so probably Heismay, Juna. Okay, Juna for sure. Let's go something for Heismay.
That's fine.
Can we afford like a third weapon? Sorry.
Now then. Now then. Now then.
We can afford a third weapon, I'm sure.
Now then. Now then. Now then.
This should be enough. 65. Then again, the recovery would be nice for a long battle. So that's plus 65, plus 58, 40, 45, sorry. Okay, for the main guy then. We'll take the I can't even say it. Orochium Saber.
Yeah.
Right. Can't really be more prepared than this then. And the party. Heismay. Actually, yeah, I don't. Then again, Basilia, you're going to be benched because we're going to bring in Hulkenberg because I have a feeling you need to like eat the attacks as much as possible.
Well, whoever's king next. Hopefully he's strong. Now then, if you say you're...
Heismay simply because we want to try and rob him, as is tradition.
I love it.
I'm not so sure I love it right now.
Hey, mister.
I hate Luis. He killed my... Oh, you finally understand the concept of death? He killed my mum. It's not fair that Luis gets to still be alive and my mum doesn't. So, Mr. Prince, can you kill Luis? I'll try, homeboy. We guards at Grand Trad got a first-hand experience understanding of what this country would be like left in the hands of Luis. That's why I'd like to ask for your help, Your Highness. For the sake of all those who've passed, including the soldiers.
You turn my stomach.
What's going to happen to this town if that prince ends up the king? The way I see it, Sanctism will rise right back up. Yeah, I had hopes for that kid when they executed the Sanctress, but he was a royal in the end. Disappointing, really. Now that things have come to this, I'm betting on Luis myself. I don't care if he's a bit rough, I just want him to change this country. Yeah, but he's changing it for the fucking worse, you dumbass. You can't have change for the sake of change. It's got to be better, at least.
That's it. Just
never mind. Are you satisfied? His Eminence and the Saint are both gone. The only hope we have is a young boy who claims to be the prince. The church brought this upon themselves with their negligence. I've no sympathy to spare. Our ties will end here as well, I imagine. Count Luis's victory is decided. I'd advise you hide yourself as best you can. Shit, alright. Right. Here we are. Your Highness, I don't want to see any more bloodshed there. I'm begging you to help, truly I am. Right. We're gonna, as much as it breaks my heart, we've got to pause it here for now, because I have a feeling past this point we're in for a good, like, you know when you have like a, do you remember that point in Metal Gear Solid 4 where there's just a 2-hour cutscene? I have a feeling we have a situation like that coming up, and I'm going to be real with you, I have to piss so fucking badly. So, here we are for now, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.